So there's even people on the street cheering just like you guys are. But that was just a little fun. So on the other side of downtown LA, I had this gym. This was Smiley Street. So I had Mean Streets and Smiley Streets. And you guys see in the bottom middle, there used to be photo shoots in my gyms because they looked super cool. Nike, Lululemon, Reebok, shows like Ray Donovan were shot in Mean Streets, like Ascent Protein, like a lot of brands were shot in my gyms. They were awesome. You guys can see in the upper left, like busy gyms, wide open spaces. This is it in action. So super fun. I mean, I could go on and on about how cool of a lifestyle this was and just like how me it got to be. This is bigger than both of those gyms combined. This is where I ended up moving at the very end. And this video is only gonna show half of this gym. It keeps on spanning over to like double that, and then there's like own private yoga studio. I was in the middle of building this when I just got fed up and was like, I'm out. I couldn't handle it anymore. So this is about the 10-year mark. I'm building this gym. This was supposed to be like a combination of what I was doing before mixed with Equinox or Lifetime Fitness. So it was gonna be a bigger, broader gym, higher class, and it just never got complete. I ended up just shutting down the gym because the gyms were cool. They were everything I asked for. When I was living in Michigan, I made an intention. I was like, I'm gonna make a gym. It's gonna be big open spaces, ropes hanging from the ceiling, big tractor tires, super fit people. I was training SWAT team. I was training people going into Navy SEALs. I was training lots of military, USC kids, USC athletes, all coming to my gym. I was essentially like known all over the world as well. But super high overhead, tens of thousands of dollars a month, like tens of thousands, like I mean like $30,000 to $50,000 a month just in bills, right? And sometimes I don't make $30,000 to $50,000. It's like I lost $15,000 this month. Employees were capped, so I had lots of friends. They became my coaches, and they would never make more money than me. So then they became not my friends anymore. Right? They would steal from me, they would talk bad about me because there was this resentment that ends up building with employees. And I really didn't like that. I also started noticing that every new person that I needed to bring on, a new employee, cost me money. It cost me a lot of money and also liability as well. I had lawyers messaging me every once in a while. I had somebody, a new employee, had to let her go. Her dad was a lawyer. That was a hassle. So there's like lots of hassles. Zero location freedom, zero time freedom. Like always basically need to be aware and thinking about this, which is a lot of stress. And so as I said, I'm in the middle of building that second, or that was actually like my 6th or 7th location, but that last gym, and this is me with like the last pieces of equipment as I'm closing down the gyms. And I actually haven't cut my hair since then either. Yeah, at that moment I was like, not cutting my hair. I'm gonna try and eat as little protein as possible to shed my muscle, and I'm on to a new chapter. And what I did was I wrote a list. I wrote a list of what I would like my next business to be. And I had no idea what it was going to look like. But this is my list. You can see it. I'm gonna blow it up in a little bit, but it says, no overhead or very little. Like that was like the main thing. Be able to live anywhere at any time. That was another like big thing. 100x my investment in 2 years or less. I wanted to be able to walk away from the gym at any time. A lot of guys, if you own a business, does anyone in here have a business that you can't just close down tomorrow if you wanted to? Like, it's crazy, guys. Like a job you can quit anytime. When you own a business, there's like handcuffs. There's handcuffs there. You can't just shut down. You got all these employees relying on you. You may have bills. You may have an investment that you have to pay back. You may have investors that you have to pay back. Not responsible for a physical space. Guys, unplugging the toilets, building bath, like all of that stuff is like part of the job. No employees, So as I'm writing this list, I remember just thinking, how am I going to have a business with no employees? How am I going to do it? Like 100x my investment in 2 years. Where does this come from? But I knew, because of other exercises I've done in my life, if you write things down, it ends up taking shape. This has happened many times in my life. Not responsible for physical space, I already covered that. Make more impact than my gyms, didn't know how that was going to happen. Make more money than my gyms, also didn't know how that was going to happen. As I left this gym, the next day, I was out of town. I went to Virginia, lived on an organic farm for like a month, and then like my plan was to go to the Himalayas, 5 days walk from the nearest road, put all my money into crypto, and just disappear. Like 5 days walk from the nearest road, they didn't even speak English. My job was to teach them English. That I had it already set up. And 3 days before I was about to go, my passport got denied because there were some holes in my birth certificate. I was renewing my passport, it was all set up, and I just couldn't go. I actually think it's because I wrote this list is the reason why I didn't go on that trajectory, because I already made this intention. You guys can see this list all applies to what it is that we do, right? All of it came true. Once again, I had no idea how it was going to happen. But there was a time where I was like, okay, I'm going to start being a productive member of society. Because guys, when I shut down my businesses, I went to that farm for a month. 2 weeks in, I remember laying in the bed. So all I did was read books. I remember laying in bed and my back just went like this. It just dropped. And I was like, what was that? That was 10 years of stress that just like, it literally felt like someone was holding me and then just let go. And so, as I was like, I took 2 years of like decompression. So after 2 years of decompression, I was starting to desire to be a productive member of society again. And I was realizing that this list, Troy had been telling me about this mission called Purium for like 5 years by this time. And I was like, maybe this actually matches up. And so I started dabbling in the beginning with what it is that we do, helping people with the products. And then I started learning about duplication. And then I started thinking back to my gyms and remembering that I would train coaches and then they would go open up their own gyms and have thriving communities. And I would go visit their gyms and be like, this is super cool. You have 300 members paying $200 a month, which is $60,000 a month. And you get it because you spent 3 years training with me and I taught you everything that you know, and now you're doing that. And I was happy for them, right? And then I was like, what if those, I don't even remember, 10 to 15 gyms that I set up like that, if I was just, there was a feedback where, like, because I put in that effort, that there was a way that I was getting paid on that. That doesn't happen, obviously. But with what we do, it does. It's just baked into the plan. And so that's when I started realizing that, so I do what I was doing before, and I will be able to leverage the energy that I put into people. Because that's what I've been doing my whole life, is people. Lifting up people, the better that we do that, all of us get paid, right? Even right now, guys, people try and hire me, personal coaching or life coaching or whatever, and I say, listen, this transaction of you paying me doesn't actually make it so that you're incentivized to get into action. Why don't we sit down at a table together and we build something together, and if we're successful, then we both get paid. It's not you paying me, it's let's build something so that we both get paid. This is what partnership is. So duplication is a way that we leverage the spawn of new businesses. That's what everyone in here is. Your little seed. So here's an apple. Selling a ULT is like giving somebody an apple and then telling them, don't worry about the seeds, right? So lots of us are doing that. I definitely was. It was 6 months besides Carolina, we ended up getting married after this, but besides her, it was 6 months before I enrolled my first brand partner. So just, if you guys feel like you're getting behind, like it was 5 years before I reluctantly got involved, then it was 6 months before enrolling my first brand partner, right? So it was 6 months of just giving away apples and telling people to throw away the seeds. Seeds are as if you enroll a brand partner, right? So if you enroll a brand partner, it's like having somebody, it's like you planting a seed. And with the seed, you get what? Another tree that has the potential to share or sell more apples. And some of these trees sell 1 or 2 ULT lifestyles or Purium products, and some of them share a lot. But if you are planting seeds, you're going to have lots of trees. So you guys can see the difference between just selling apples versus planting seeds. Because if you're planting lots of seeds that are equaling lots of trees, some of which are producing many apples, some of them are sharing seeds, some of them aren't, but that's going to equal a lot more seeds planted. And when you have brand partners, which are seeds, planting more brand partners, you're going to eventually have an orchard of trees that are producing more seeds. And with orchards produce more orchards. So when you guys are enrolling a brand partner, and Sonia did such an amazing job yesterday talking about a system of sharing our business opportunity. That's planting a seed. Making that first phone call is planting a seed. That is what we're doing. We're not trying to just sell a product. We're not just trying to enroll a brand partner. We are envisioning harvesting an orchard of trees that are producing more seeds, which are producing more orchards. And it starts with you guys. Remember my list? If you guys are thinking about duplication in this way, where like, okay, I'm going to go to the store today and I'm going to say hi to 3 people, or however you guys meet people, like you go to that thing to network, right? We're in network marketing. And you make the introductions, you find the problems, you make the suggestion to attend the Zoom, to watch the video, to go to the website, to get on a phone call later on, whatever the suggestion is to find out more information. It's because this orchards producing orchards is the possibility. And let me show you guys the difference of what that can create. Because many people doing a little bit is much, much, much better than one person doing a lot. This is actually at one of our first Superfood socials at Michael and Lucy's living room, and actually 2 people in this image met for the first time and they're now married. So this is like what else we're doing as well. Yeah, I mean, we're building communities, guys, and that's what life is. So take one person, this whole chart is just perfect geometrical progression. It doesn't ever happen like this. Like no one person's going to work 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But I just use that as an example. One person working 24 hours a day, 365 days a year equals 8,760 hours per year. All right? So let's take you. And it might take you a few months to set this up. It may take you a few years to set this up. Back to my gym. Guys, I was living in the closets of my gym, the back rooms of my gym, basically homeless for 2 years before I was able to get a 1-bedroom apartment. And then it was 5 years before I was able to take my first week-long vacation, setting up my last business, okay? So when you start thinking about like, oh, it's gonna take forever for me to, that's business. Like consistency for a long period of time. We don't get paid next week for what we do today in this mission, all right? We're setting up something so we work for several years to get paid for the rest of our life. That's the cost or the difference between employee and business. And so I have this example. If you enroll 3 brand partners who enrolled 3 brand partners, and that repeated 3 more times, that would be 243 people. So this is how it looks. We got you, who enrolls 3 brand partners. And again, this is perfect geometric goal progression. It's never going to happen like this. You might have one brand partner who enrolls 0 brand partners. You might enroll another brand partner who enrolls 10 brand partners. You might enroll another brand partner who enrolls 1 brand partner, who enrolls 1 brand partner, who enrolls 1 brand partner, like it's happened to us, who then has 200,000 points. Like, so it doesn't happen 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, but just for simplicity, 1 brand partner enrolls 3 brand partners, those 3 brand partners enroll 3 brand partners. This is actually where duplication starts, right here. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that in a few more slides. But this is actually when you're duplicating. You're not duplicating because you enrolled 1 brand partner. That's a big thing to understand, which didn't really hit me till this is like years later. Duplication does not start when you enroll 1 brand partner. This is about the stage when you're actually duplicating. You have a brand partner who enroll brand partners who enroll brand partners. But if that just happens 2 more times, you have a lot of people. You heard Sonia, I think it was either 6 or 7 figures of people in her organization yesterday. And I think somebody else, Nicole, was like almost 3,000 in a few months. Like, this isn't of people in the organization. Like, this isn't like impossible to do, guys. But you can see that it's just a few levels and it starts adding up. So if those 243 people each work 1 hour a day, just 1 hour a day, that's 88,695 hours. So as opposed to you working 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, you have these people just working 1 hour a day. It would take you actually over 10 years to match that same amount of effort. And again, not everyone only works 1 hour a day. Some people work 7, some people work all day long. You're gonna have some people that work none. But just as averaging it out, giving you guys something to latch your brain onto, it's a lot more leverage with a lot more people. And that's what we're doing. We're spreading this mission. We're not doing it by ourselves, guys. We cannot change the world by ourselves. What's that saying? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Okay, so how do we do this? Oh, what am I duplicating? So this is going to be what I'm going to talk about. So we're doing 4 primary steps when we're getting started here. We're acquiring customers. We are enrolling brand partners. Right? Those are the 2 things that most of us know that are options for us. We are teaching the brand partners to acquire customers and enroll brand partners. All right, so that's the next step. And then those new brand partners who have new brand partners, we're teaching them to teach those brand partners to enroll brand partners. And that's really when duplication starts. When you can teach your brand partner to teach a brand partner to enroll a brand partner. If you just enroll a brand partner, they don't know how to enroll a brand partner, right? So if we go back to this, the first 3, you enroll a brand partner. That's not duplication. Then they enroll a brand partner. So that's the 3 threes. That's still not duplication because we need to make sure that our team knows how to teach their team to enroll a team. That's when duplication really starts. So I'm spending time on this because it's not just about enrolling a BP. That's not the game. And in fact, I had a very negative taste of network marketing in my mind because I got enrolled into, I think it was another company, like one of the giants, when I was 19 or 21 years old. And all they did was enroll me, and then peaced out, and never saw them again. So I just spent $500 on some energy drinks, and then that was it. It's like I have these boxes of energy drinks and a business opportunity. That ruined. This is why it took me 5 years. When I heard about this, and it was like all organic, super pure, amazing community, I still was extremely resistant because somebody enrolled me into another company and didn't teach me to enroll customers or brand partners. So guys, think about how many BPs you've enrolled and potentially gave them a bad taste in their mouth. because you didn't show them to enroll somebody else, and then you didn't show them to show that person how to enroll somebody else. Because once you get to that level, then that person can be independent and they can sort of be on their own 2 feet. So make sure that you're also recognizing what you're seeding. Start to talk at this level. It starts with you guys. If you're going out and talking about the products, that's not duplication. If you talk about the products, they're going to talk about the products, right? So make sure that you're implanting the proper seed. And if you don't know how, if this is all a little bit confusing, great. Ask your upline, ask your mentor. They're going to be able to listen to how you approach people. When you're like, hey, I just met this person and they have a studio and they're seeing 30 people that are coming in the door a day, and I think they'd be really good at giving these people the products. And there's no talk about yeah, but does this person know somebody else that also can do the same thing? Make sure that you have the seed in your mind of duplication, because if not, you might be one of those people that burn out at $600. Early activation is important, and it's up to us to do it, guys. We have to plug them into the system. When we enroll a brand partner, we have to plug them in. There's so much that we know that they don't. It's up to us. They're going to come in with their ideas, and some of these brand partners that we enroll seemingly are more powerful than us. There may be a CEO, they may be somebody who just has a lot more stature than you, and you have to say in my experience, this is what we do. We got to get you here. This is the non-negotiable. It's up to us to say that. It's up to us to lead. Because if we don't lead our brand partner, what are they going to do? They're going to duplicate that, and they're going to enroll a brand partner and not do anything. So even if your brand partner knows what to do and you don't lead them, they're going to go enroll 10 brand partners, be like, amazing. I enrolled them just like I got enrolled, and I did 10 brand partners. So they're going to think that their 10 brand partners are then going to enroll 10 brand partners. Because that's what they're duplicating, and you didn't mentor them at all. So we have to mentor people. We have to be the ones that mentor them and try to get them early wins. Early wins. I asked you to do something, you did it, that's amazing. Just follow that framework. You did this. You learned this because of this experience. It's great that they said no, because this is why. So there needs to be a win that you get them within the first 48 hours. And make sure that they have fruit. There's fruits to their labors, all right? So transformation, again, our responsibility. Make sure that our customers, make sure their brand partners get that transformation. Everything that we do duplicates. This is the whole point of this slide. Whatever you're doing duplicates. Whatever you're doing is duplicating. Everything that you do duplicates. So make sure that you're supporting your customers. Make sure that you're supporting your brand partners. Make sure that you are active on social media. Whatever you're doing, just know that it duplicates. Because if you aren't duplicating, I'm just going to go through this and we're going to go to the questions. Because this is most important. So we don't have to write these ones down, but there's going to be some next ones that we write down. So when it comes to duplication, one of the things that people start squeezing up about is this MLM thing, this network marketing thing, and the pyramid thing. And I drew the trees, just give you guys another perspective so you're not drawing down, but it's you're planting, I did a horizontal, but the circle on top, the 3 underneath, the 9 underneath that, that makes people squeeze up because there's lots of negative association with that. So if that's in your consciousness, we need a way to tell a story to ourselves to get around that. So make sure that you have all of that resolved. Because if you guys have a problem with duplication, if you guys have a problem with MLM, with network marketing, with our business, that will duplicate. You're going to, even if you miraculously enroll a brand partner with that mindset, they're going to have the same mindset. So we're spawning lineage. Make sure that you're asking yourself questions. Make sure that you're dissecting them, like where did that belief come from? Why am I thinking this way? And talk it out with your mentor. What you guys are going to find out is that a lot of it can be resolved easily. Like for instance, how can it be a scam if our brand partner opportunity is free? It's free. If you purchase these products, which are guaranteed money back, you literally have 60-day money back guarantee on 30 days worth of products. So if you find that the products would be beneficial for you and you purchase them, because if you don't want to purchase them, don't be a brand partner, right? Like the only person that's going to be a good brand partner is somebody who finds it worthy, valuable to purchase our products. If not, don't be a brand partner. I wouldn't suggest anyone be a brand partner if our products don't seem worth it to purchase. If it doesn't solve a problem for you, don't be a brand partner. That's my personal opinion. If they feel like they're valuable to you, then that's the open door to see if you can be a brand partner, which guess what? Is free. It's free. There's no scam, guys. Guarantee money back, free upgrade. And so really trust that, Ariel yesterday talked about $30,000 in credit card debt. A few months later, done, washed out because of Purium. We've got Nicole, Ian working most of the year out of state, now able to come back and build this business together. That's the gift that we have for people. And that only happens with duplication. It doesn't happen with the business opportunity. The business opportunity enables you to sell products. It also enables you to build this business with duplication. So it's not just enrolling people that gets you over that hump, right? We have to figure out duplication. And that was customer enrollment, brand partner enrollment, teach that brand partner to enroll a customer and a brand partner, and then teach that brand partner to teach the brand partner they just enrolled to enroll a customer and a brand partner. That's duplication. So this is where we can find out what kind of orchard you're actually growing. So if you guys take out your piece of paper and pen, and you draw like a line on one side of the page and a line on the other, and then a line connecting them, like a dot on one side, a dot on the other, and a line connecting them. And you have, on the left side is enrolling customers only. And on the right side is somebody who's farming farms, right? Or farming orchards. Somebody who's completely obsessed with duplication. Just put on a mark there where you are on that spectrum, just so you know. Completely only enrolling customers, or you're planting orchards that are planting orchards. You guys should know immediately where you are on that spectrum. Next question, this is a journaling exercise. I'll give you guys 1 minute to free write on this. These next two. So are you showing up somebody worthy of duplication? And if somebody followed you exactly, what would they become? So what if you enrolled a brand partner who does exactly what you do? What would they become? So 60 seconds here. Okay, thank you for the music. Guys, when you think about yourself and how you're duplicating, think about being a CEO of a company. Maybe you just got gifted Amazon. Jeff Bezos was like, here's Amazon. And now you have thousands of people, maybe not Amazon, but let's say a 243 employee company. And all of a sudden, in order for you to be the CEO, what you've done with our mission in the last year is how those employees are going to operate. Like you just duplicated yourself to 243 employees. Is that company going to survive? Like you at the head and duplicated 243 times. Is it going to survive? How much will that company be worth? I guarantee, guys, it's worth your paycheck. Whatever you're getting paid now in Purium, that's what it's worth. Okay, so we don't have to even guess. Like it's just that we're getting paid that right now. And so just know that. It's not magic. Another thing I thought about network marketing is that it was about my upline. Oh, well, this person's telling me about it, but who enrolled then? If I can get enrolled by that person, then I'm going to get paid more. It's like, well, who was the first person to enroll anyone? I want to be underneath that person. It's never about our upline. It's just about what we duplicate. Everyone starts at zero. Everyone starts with nothing. The only thing that matters is our downline. Right? Okay, so just quickly imagine this. Imagine your business in 10 years. If this is going to be a legacy that you desire, who are you? What do you do in this next week? What do you do after convention? What's your first step? What's the you that's going to build a legacy going to do this next week? Jot down something that you can commit to. Because that's you planting the seed of duplication. So that's about you. Now start thinking about, I'll give you guys 30 more seconds to finish that up. What are you doing the next week? And then start thinking about the seeds you need to plant. Because it's no longer about, oh, my cousin who hasn't had a job and will say yes to this. Oh, my neighbor who has 75 pounds to lose. That's who I'm going to make a brand partner. Right? That's not good enough, guys. It's just not. Who is it? Who are these people? I want to close strong, but I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to write that down. Who are the people that maybe you haven't thought about before that have what it takes to do this thing called duplication? Strong-willed, well-spoken, well-networked people. These aren't our only brand partners, guys. But if we're not in the practice of recruiting up, which is another concept that I heard Ian tell me on the phone one day, that recruit better than you recruit. Recruit better than you recruit. What is this guy talking about? I remember the first time I talked to him, I was on the beach, just there's no way I can be like this guy. But he just kept on saying recruit up, recruit better. I didn't know what that meant. Again, months and months and months and years to really understand it. We're recruiting strong people, guys. In corporate culture, it's called headhunters. We're headhunters. We're finding people to join our mission that can do this thing called duplication. Not just sell, because that's a certain type of person. Not just the quick talkers that can enroll, but really wrap their head around duplication. They understand all of the systems. Ian, I didn't mean to offend you. You're welcome. It was a good call, man. I'm here because of you. All right, so once you guys have that people, guys, you heard Carrie Gillum talk about the Monsanto company and what they're doing. And that's corporate America, right? They're literally making up their own studies, ghostwriting studies, finding people that just put their name on it, finding scientists, and then the whole culture is basically being wiped out. We have obesity, we have autism, we have all these diseases because we're being taken advantage of. The only way that that changes is we 20x or 100x this company. Right? Like, we can be the solution. We can be the alternative, guys. Like, and it doesn't happen because Dave and Amy make a new website. It doesn't happen because our convention is in a fancier hotel. It happens because of duplication. It happens because of you. It happens because of the seeds that you plant, that we plant. That's the only way that this company grows. Purium is the brand partnership community. And we're the ones that spread this mission. It's our responsibility. There's many studies on this, but they go around and they ask criminals, like, who do you target? And guys, criminals target the people that are unaware of their surroundings and they look like they're unsure. That was like always at the top of the list, people that are unaware. The way to not be criminalized is to be on purpose, to be walking with a mission, all right? So in order for us to be most influential is to be certain that we're spreading this mission, we're doing it with duplication, this is my tool, this is my ally, this is what I'm proud of, this is what I represent, and you share it with people. And those people that are like, this person's on purpose, certain, they understand objections, they understand sales, they understand that I may or may not be interested in this, but they're on purpose, they're going to start liking it. And that's going to be the way that you guys become influential. All right, so be on purpose with this. Make sure that you're aligned to any potential challenges that you have around this story in your head. Talk to your mentor. Because duplication is really the way to your own freedom and really like to unchain the hundreds of thousands or hundreds of millions of people that are in North America. All right? Thank you.